kids K through 12 should not have to worry about lunch. They shouldn't have to worry about where their money is coming from. They should not have to worry about if they're going to eat today. Some of these schools have 0 hours. Some of them schools have 7th hour. They're there from 8+ hours a day. These kids should not have to worry about any of that. Some of the kids, even in junior high and high school, would go and sit down because they didn't want to have awkward interactions with the lunch lady because they didn't have money on their account and them and their parents could not afford it. Some of those reasons that I'm going to be going over are very important on why we should have school free lunches for K through 12. One of the first reasons I found was that a lot of kids are very anxious because they know that money might not be on their account. And that's really scary when standing in the lunch line. It's really personal to me because when I was growing up, I was in a school that could not afford free lunches, and I know some schools have free lunches and breakfasts and, snacks, and sometimes dinner, but this school did not. And I would go into the lunch line, and around every other day, maybe not every other day, but like every so often, it would be like going up there, scanning my ID. Oh, I'm sorry, honey, like you don't have lunch money. Let me give you a stamp on your hand that says I need lunch money for tomorrow, and grab this bag that says, peanut butter and jelly, which was really sad when like you're in the lunch line and you're like a 2nd or 3rd grader. Another thing I found is that every student should be eating the same thing. And this is really good for the programs that already are having these free lunch programs. But the ones that are not, I couldn't imagine being like, hey, honey, you can't have the pizza that we're going to eat today because your parents didn't put lunch money on your account. That's just really sad for these kids, and they don't want to see another kid cry. I mean, like, I couldn't imagine K or 6th graders being in that situation. Another study that I found was that when kids don't have to worry about lunch or lunch money, their grades can go from a C to an A. They're more focused on their classroom work and their grades and their homework because they didn't have to have that awkwardness in the lunch line. Oh my goodness, lunch is about to happen. Oh, we're still taking this test, I'm gonna fail this test because I'm thinking about if I'm gonna have an awkward interaction with this lunch lady and if she's gonna give me another stamp on my hand today. Did my mom put money in? All these questions that they could have been just filling out their math work, It's just really sad to be in that situation. Another thing I found that parents don't have to worry about where their lunch is coming from, and parents will be happy, kids will be happy, their home life will be happier. My son goes to a school that offers free breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snacks, and dinner is really cool. The parents can come, and I think it's like $1 or $2 for the parents, but the kids are free, and even throughout summer and breaks, it's free. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner programs, and that's very beneficial for the family because in this economy, it's really hard to worry about, oh, my kid's gonna have this for breakfast, this for lunch, this for dinner. Worrying about 3 meals is a lot when a child is already in school and then having to pack their lunch. It's just really hard on the parents too. Another thing that I found is that if you go onto like school websites, you can see what they're eating, and usually the free lunch programs like my child's has exactly what they're eating, and that's beneficial for the parents and child to see, oh, they got this amount of protein today, they got this amount of vegetables and fruits. Them being able to do that gives the child the correct amount they're supposed to be getting throughout the day. I wish that every school was able to do these free programs, because it really helps me as a parent, and it really would have benefited me when I was younger, because I went through this awkward situation and I wouldn't want any other child to go through this, not even my own, worrying about if there's lunch money on your account or if the person's gonna give you a stamp on your hand. I don't know if they do that anymore, but overall, I feel it is very necessary for schools to have free lunches, especially older schools. I know that there are programs for a lot of kids, but even junior highs and high schools don't have just regular free lunch programs. You have to be a certain income, and that's really hard on everybody. So I hope you like this presentation, and I hope you are also for free lunches for K through 12. Thanks.